Get a cup, get a cup, get a cup. Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone, to another video on Fresh Slim. Today, we're going to be looking at Degenerosity, Your Confessions. Now, this is recommended to me. People said that Your Confessions from Degenerosity is really good. So, yeah, we're going to be getting into that. And without any further ado, let's begin.
Greetings. I have returned. Last week, I asked you guys to send me your wildest confessions. Confessions that y'all were planning on taking to your grave. And I'm not going to hold y'all. You guys delivered. But you guys delivered a little too well. And as of writing this, I've had
You get what you ask for.
more than 5,000 emails sent to me within the first 24 hours of me posting the video. I didn't know I was Mr. Popular. And these confessions,
I couldn't imagine, like, sifting through all that to try to find the best ones. Because obviously there's going to be, some of them aren't going to be that good, some of them are. And you got to try to find the best ones for a video. Oh, that would be brutal.
are just one big mess, like a casting couch. Some of these confessions go from
Was that the Pope on a casting couch?
So I killed my mom. So yeah, these were all over the place. A lot of y'all also just undershared, meaning the stories were like nothing, like they were basically normal life occurrences. I trolled my friend on Roblox one time and I felt bad. Now, I know you most
What the freak is going on here? I paused at the worst possible timing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have people who have who think that something's crazy and it's not. So you have to you have to sift through all that to actually find the ones that are really unhinged.
most likely a kid that's typing this out, but that's not a confession. Did you also kidnap your friend? That's what I would want to know. And apologize to your friend. Some of y'all also send those long Stephen King novel length level of confessions. I ain't reading all that. And the few times I did read all that, most of the stories weren't even all that. So why did you write all that? And the other half of y'all overshared. I understand I told you to tell me things that you were planning on taking to your grave, but I wasn't ready. I was not ready for what you guys were about to send me. I underestimated myself. I underestimated you guys. Because most of the disgusting things y'all send me were about playing with your meat. A lot of things about poop and pee. I even saw a few.
I mean, think of it. If it's something that you want to take, or you're thinking of, oh my word, I can't speak. If it's something that you plan on taking to your grave, it's most likely something that you don't think is societally acceptable to say, right? So, most of the time, it's going to be taboo topics, such as literally everything he's saying. That, or it's doing something horrible to someone.
Brother-sister activities. I don't want to get too into them.
Brother-sister activity?
Need a lot more
Sweet
help
Home
than
Alabama?
I mean, I knew there was going to be stuff about playing with meat, but the cousin stuff, that was out of left field, man. It's like y'all living in an anime. A bad one. But still, thank you so much to everyone that sent one, even though some of y'all are terrible people. But if you love me, I love you. The love is mutual. But some of y'all need help. But
What if you also love your cousin?
without further ado, let's just start reading some. I'm gonna read some not so bad ones first, just so we can start in a not so bad note.
Yeah, the boiled frog.
Let's start with this.
Boiled frog, you gotta warm me up to it. You gotta start me little and then simmering, and then we gotta get hotter and hotter and crazier.
One titled Silly Little Secret. Anyways, at a sleepover at my friend's, one of my friends mysteriously had one of his glasses lenses come out. I accidentally stepped on it because it was dark at night and he put it on the floor. Ah, shucks. That honestly sucks for your friend.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I mean, it's not like you did it on purpose, I doubt.
And dude, make sure to apologize to them. Alright, that's a nice one. Alright, next confession. Nutted on my grandma.
Oh my word, that wasn't a boiling frog. You went straight to the boil. There was no simmering.
What in the fuck? Brother, when I was 14, I was doing my thing in my room, wanking my as you do. And bro, it sucked. Like, I couldn't get my going, so I was just scrolling through my phone and
You got ED when you're 14? That's crazy.
I found a photo of this lady holding a dog. I didn't wank it to the dog. Thank you for clarifying that. I was getting worried. And didn't know who she was, and I was like, she's kind of fire, so I got my shit going in. Like a year later, I was flying to America to go to my grandma's funeral, and bro, I recognized her.
The exact same picture?
Used the same image I nutted on a year earlier, dude. I'm sorry, grandma. I got hard during the speeches, though. What? Love your videos.
During the speeches, you're having a Pavlov's dog moment, where you trained your brain you trained yourself to get hard at the picture of your grandma.
By the way, thank you, man. Honestly, I could have forgiven you for most of it because you didn't know and you just found out. But that last part, bro, That was unwarranted, bro. You need help.
I don't think it was on purpose. It's probably just subconscious that like literally Pavlov's like dog.
Okay, this next one is titled, Do I Regret It? And the first word is yes. You know when you're in a weird crew of teenagers in high school? Well, I was, and we were playing Truth or Dare.
Nope. Nope, I cannot relate to this. I had very few friends in high school. I mean, people liked me, and I talked to people, but I wouldn't really hang out with that many people, because I was just kind of busy doing my own thing.
I ate poop off the floor. Wow. I hope those crew of teenagers are behind bars right now, because those are not your friends. What kind of friend would dare another friend to do something like that? You should...
It was a Truth or Dare, though, right? So, I mean, you kind of asked for it.
have pooped on the floor and threw it at him. I hope you're doing better, dude. Okay, this next one is just titled Confession. And the confession is, I like One Piece. Oh, hell nah. Get this man out my sight. I don't want to see you ever trying to talk to me ever again. Man's trying to start a second pandemic with all those nasty diseases he's trying to spread. Just get out of here. Never come back. Okay, this next one is titled Rip for My Nub. This happened when I was 7, when I was in my cousin's pool visiting for his birthday. And me and my older cousin were playing with the pool drain for the jets and shoving things in there. It got to the point where...
I think I know what else you shoved in there.
We were shoving body parts in the drain.
There we go. I knew it.
My older cousin bet me some decent Pokemon cards to shove my thing in there. So yeah, my childish ass brain took the deal. In a few seconds, everything was well till I felt a crazy acute pain where a thing was supposed to be. And yeah, so most of my willy got sucked up and now I have a little nub for it. So jump back.
Is that real? Like, it's not a freaking garbage disposal. I'm pretty sure you could have found it and then taken it to the hospital and they would have sewed it back on.
To present day, my girlfriend wants to get dirty with me and I don't know how to tell her about my tiny nub. And
the thing is, there wouldn't even be a normal like head to that, would it? If that gets chopped off and you aren't actually gonna go find it and get it reattached, then this is a tricky friggin' situation.
Advice. Also, my balls are still there, don't worry. You know what? I relate to the story. I mean, not to the no pee-pee part, but like to the water jet thing. Every man has thought about doing that, no matter what age. Every man has thought about doing those things with the water jets in the pool. So that's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just sad that you had the worst outcome possible. At least you can still have kids, bro. And as for your girlfriend, of course you're gonna have to tell her eventually. Hopefully she takes it well and both of you guys can go through this and live happily ever after. And
like, how much is left? Like, first off, I don't even understand how that happens. Like, how does... It's a jet, right? Like, so what is there? Oh, is it the fan that's spinning around inside that shoots it out? Is that what cut it off? You know, if that's the case, how much of, is left? These are important questions.
And the next time you guys ever want to do the dirty, just take her to Six Flags. The King the Ka is more exciting than anything that can happen in the bedroom. I wish the best for you and your relationship, bro. I love you. And I hope you got those Pokemon cards. Next one is titled, My Mother is a Karen. When I was a child, I found out that my mother was a Karen. One time while we were at a fast food chain, she pushed down a glass vase because her food took too long. Once we left, she said, It should take them at least the entire night to clean that up. There was another time.
Oh, wow. I couldn't imagine being, a child to a Karen. But, I mean, maybe if you are a child to a Karen and you can at least realize these are not good things, that you can kind of work on her, be like, hey, that's kind of not nice. These people are just trying to do their job. You just keep doing that and you just keep going on. Maybe over time, it'll change them.
Time when she ordered a hamburger with no pickles for my younger sibling. However, the workers accidentally added pickles. This caused my mother to fly into a rage and start yelling at the worker throughout the drive-thru while my father tried to convince her to stop. It got so bad that the manager had to threaten to call the police on her. Luckily, that didn't happen. I feel bad for all the children of Karens, bro. Moment of silence for them. Because
yeah, I feel bad for them too. And they probably aren't really allowed to have that many friends over. And I don't think the friends, even if they are allowed to come over, would want to come over if the mother acts that way.
Mama, can we play outside?
Every time they go out with them, they have the risk of encountering the scariest thing imaginable. A minor inconvenience. And now they're screaming at the cashiers for doing their job, but not in the way that she wanted it. I feel bad for you, my friend. I hope your mom realizes one day and thinks to herself, wait, am I a bitch? I hope the best for you. Stay strong.
I think Karens are a result from bad parenting and parenting where they never teach the kids that you don't always get what you want. Because I think, look at the way that these people behave. Karens, for the most part, I don't think that they would behave this way if they were brought up with their parents teaching them that you don't get everything you want. Life isn't fair. You know, if they were taught these simple values, I think that they wouldn't behave the way they do now. But when they're brought up and they're spoiled, they get everything they want, then they have those expectations as they get into life, and then you get a Karen. Then you get Ellen DeGeneres.
You can get through this. All right, this next one is titled, I ruined my friend's chance of getting a girlfriend on accident. I was talking to a girl my friend likes, and the girl
Dang, the only one girl that could like him? That's crazy.
But my buddy loved it. So I tried to help my friend by talking about good stuff he does. I don't know why I mentioned that he loved anime, but I did. And the girl said, he likes anime? Ew! And at that moment, I realized I screwed up. There was no going back. She avoided him for the rest of the year, and I never told him. Honestly, you made your friend dodge a bullet right there. That girl is no good for him.
I would agree with that, right? If someone doesn't want to be with you because of something that you like, and, you know, if what you like isn't, you know, illegal or whatever, it's probably a good thing that you aren't with that person, because if you want to watch anime as a hobby or whatever, and if she doesn't want to watch it and she doesn't like you watching it, then, like, that doesn't seem that compatible.
Who gets so turned off by a person like an anime that they never interact with them for the rest of the year? Unless your friend is one of those weird ones, which I doubt. I trust your friend. Then that girl's just being over the top. They would have never worked out in the end. You did a good thing for your friend, bro. You are the hero of this story. Next, my confession.
Yeah, like, does your friend like anime, but also like acting like an anime character and start doing these weird, like, you know, those TikTok videos where they're doing stuff with their chin and like that was cringe. So that would make sense why you'd be repulsed by that. But if it's just like, yeah, I like to watch it in my spare time, it's fun, then that shouldn't be an issue.
Is I beat my dick with mustard. Okay. Next one can't be as bad. One time, me and my brother pissed in a bottle and we started taking turns pouring it on each other.
Kids will be kids, I guess.
Sounds very smelly. All right, next one can't be as bad. I found my sister and my mom's OnlyFans and I subbed to both of them.
Whoa! Gotta support the family. Gotta support the family. This is how you keep money in the family, folks. You wanna know how you build wealth? It's keep money in the family. And you subscribe to both of them. Are you also watching their content? Gotta support the family. Something's wrong here.
I guess you gotta keep money in the family somehow. I'm trying to
That's what I just said.
Generational money. At least I hope. Okay, next one can't be.
Yeah, that's how the Rockefellers did it.
As bad. It can't be as bad. I fucked my stepsister in Mexico. Not even kidding, bro.
Yeah, but it's a stepsister. No, Alabama doesn't approve because it's not blood.
You know that I can see your names, right? I might be censoring y'all names in the video, but doesn't mean I can't see them when I'm reading the email. I can say your names right now and end y'all career.
Doesn't mean I use the real name, bud.
All of y'all. Say I won't. I'm talking to you, Billy, Theodore. I'm talking to you two. It can't possibly get any worse than that, bro. It can't. It just can't. Next one. Confession. I'm not subscribed to Degenerosity. Oh my God! The horror! You're blocked! You're blocked! Get out! I don't need heathens like you in my emails.
I love all the clips that Degenerosity uses, like these little memes and everything. It really does add a little bit to the video. I like it.
Hope I don't read another one like that again. Next one. My confessions. I pick my nose and ass, and I eat both the things that come out of those actions.
Oh my gosh.
Second confession.
The nose thing is carried on from childhood because a lot of kids do that. And apparently, it's good for kids to do that because it, like, builds their immune system or something, which I think is disgusting. I absolutely think it's disgusting. I don't think they should do that. But I get that, that might be carried on if it was never corrected. But, picking from the other side, I think subscribing to your parents' OnlyFans would be a better idea than that.
There are better YouTubers than you. Okay, you see, all that nose and ass picking you be doing, that made your brain all foggy. That's why you think the second one is true. You're disgusting, bro. Why don't you eat some actual brain food, like lead? I eat it, and I'm the smartest person in a 1 foot radius. But I hope you get out of your picking hobby,
How does it even happen that you pick from the other side? I don't understand. Like, are you just not are you not wiping? Are you a gamer? It's so gross.
All right, next one. I walked in on my dad sleeping with my uncle. No, that's a title. Okay, I know the title sounds really bad, so let me explain the situation. When I was like 11, I walked in on my dad drunk and flirting with his brother-in-law, mom's brother, and I saw the whole thing unfold. Okay, that sounds better.
Just flirting, or was there more than just flirting?
I thought it was his brother, you know? That would have made things weird. I mean, this is still weird, but this is slightly less weird. When he got sober again, he promised he would give me anything I wanted if I never told my mom. I'm now 16 and they got a divorce few years back. Dad then went to brother-in-law and married him. Yeah, I've been...
There you go. There you go. I friggin' you could see that coming, I guess. Just like the kids saw them coming. Although, I'm not really surprised by this situation because I know there are a lot of people, especially there used to be a lot more, but there would be a lot of people like in these marriages, which they were kind of like false. But like people back in the day would do that more often because it wasn't as societally acceptable, you know, to be like LGBTQ. So back in the day, that I think these sham marriages would be more of a thing than they are nowadays. I guess it also depends where you live in the world. That I am 100% sure that kind of stuff still goes on.
Been keeping it hidden for the past like 5 years because I don't want to end up on the street. Love your vids, bro. This is something, bro. I honestly don't know how I'd feel if I was in your situation, man. I don't even know how to comment on this.
Well, I mean, the positive side is that you got 2 Christmases and you have 2 dads.
Daddy, can you play ball?
Nah, I'm busy with your fathers.
But then this reminds me of the plot of the movie The Whale, but instead of teacher and student, it's brother and brother-in-law. But I hope the best for you, and I hope the best for your mom. I know that whole family situation is probably really weird for her. I hope the best for you and your family, especially you and your mom. Next, I blackmailed EDPs on Snap and I ruined someone's life. I had a decoy account on Snap where I'd message EDPs and find their location. After that,
Oh, I was wondering why you're saying EDPs and it doesn't start anything like that. So you're blackmailing pedos, essentially.
threatened to call the police if they didn't send me money or I'll just take their credit card. Once I did this, I decided to post it on TikTok. I took a screenshot of the notification where it said their name and how much money they gave me. I posted his phone name on my TikTok by accident and someone found out where he lived and messaged his family. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty good side hustle you got there, bro. You seeking vigilante justice against these weirdos, and you also making a bag out of it. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, I don't really have that much of a problem with this. You could say that it's, I guess, morally wrong. But, I mean, what these crazy, you know, these pedos are doing, saying it that way, hopefully it's what these, you know, these creeps are doing, I'd say that's more wrong. You know, and the fact that they haven't learned not to do this, you know, I can't really be upset with this person doing this as a side hustle.
He also sent me 2 screenshots of evidence, one showing a conversation they had between each other.
I actually don't know if I want to read this.
You don't look 14, though. Okay.
But you look cute.
Thanks. And the second screenshot just shows the dude's phone name and face and the payment amount that he got blackmailed out of. I'm not gonna show that, but the dude looks as he texts. But good for you, dude. Keep doing your side hustle. I hope you become a
Friggin' EDP laughing.
millionaire. Next one is titled Fish Party. There was one time I was watching The Little Mermaid with my 2 friends. So half an hour into the movie, one of my friends just leaves without telling us anything. Us, the remaining 2, figured he just went to the bathroom or something. But in 10 minutes or so, he got back with what appeared to be a living trout in newspaper in his left hand. We asked him,
he went out and bought fish?
what did he need the fish for? So he, without saying a single word, pulled out his tiny willy. Believe me, that it was not a grower, and started doing things to the poor fish's mouth. Again, the fish was still pretty much alive.
Hey, what? He went fishing? Where do you get a fish from that was what? Where do you even get the fish from that was alive? You're gone for 10 minutes and you catch a fish, you come back. I don't know, that doesn't sound realistic, does it?
And it was just helplessly waving his tail and fins while our friend was, oh my god. Sooner or later, when he was done with the fish, he was doing it for about 20 seconds. He asked us with a
that should be enough to satisfy a woman.
dead straight face,
Did you want a fish fry for supper?
Did you like my April Fool's joke?
it was not April. It wasn't even the first day of the month. In reply to this, we just stared him dead in his eyes, waiting for him to realize what he had done. I kid you not, it took him about 3 minutes or even more to finally realize what disgrace and unholy doing he just committed before he just left my friend's house without saying a single word. Should I say less, we never hung out with him ever again.
What a weird friendship, man. Yeah, you probably didn't hang out with him because he was too busy hanging out in fish.
Like ever.
That's not the type of fish party I came in for. That was more like a lemon party, man. That's disgusting. I'm so... I don't even want to talk about this no more. Moving on.
R.I.P. Bozo. I've been telling my older sister for 6 years that I killed her bunny in an accident. She was away at a swim meet and trusted me to take care of her rabbit. I was so little, so I thought the rabbit wouldn't die when I chucked it across the room at light speed because I thought I was Luffy. I literally am him. Turns out, I imploded its brains. I was so terrified and remorseful, I started begging to the heavens, then came up with the ultimate cover-up. I told my sister I walked in the room and opened the door a little too quickly, and the stupid rabbit was in his way, so I bonked it on his nose lightly. She
That's a good excuse, actually.
took it to the hospital, and it had a seizure and killed itself. She forgave me later because she thought I did it by accident, but to this day, I haven't told her that I did that. Big fan, by the way. I don't even think...
That's a crazy... I mean, I know when you're younger, you do stupid stuff like that, so... At least, you know, it's kind of excusable, but not really, right? You're still hurting animals, but compared to almost all the other confessions, this has been one that's more understandable of a situation, I guess.
The because you're a little excuse is good enough, bro. When I was little and I was told to take care of something, I would just ignore it. Because ignoring it would be the 100% guaranteed that I will still look and be the same when they come back to get it. Unless they're gone for like 3 weeks or something. But no, she was just at a swim meet and your first thought was to chuck it across the room as hard as you can. You are evil, not Luffy. And you made it kill itself, bro. What's wrong with you? Tell your sister the truth, bro. Tell her that you're the Antichrist, bitch. But you love my videos, so I love you too. Alright, next one. I once played hide and seek in the dark naked with my cousin.
Oh my gosh, I bet you fell in love with your uncle too.
Okay, bro. Next one titled, Hello, mate. I pooped on my brother's spaghetti and he thought it was a meatball and ate it. It was so funny.
Yeah, that's not real. That's not real. How stupid do you think I am?
If you were my brother, I'd legit commit war crimes onto you, bro. That's an unforgivable act, not gonna hold you. Next one is titled, My School. Not really to do with me directly, but I digress. Like 4 years ago in a math lesson, there was a question about slavery. It had like different kinds of slaves, what they can do and how much they cost and things like that. Then my teachers took it a step further by making us act it out as some people are visual learners and understand it.
This seems like a horrible idea.
Better if they are shown. So they had the black students be slaves and turned my math class into an auction house for slaves.
How is that? Is this real? How is the teacher not fired for this?
This was in England in an all-girls school, by the way.
Oh my word.
What? Why would the teachers make a mock slave auction in math class? This is math class.
What grade were you in? Are they trying to teach you how to like count or something? 1 slave, 2 slave, 3 slave, 4.
Who was your teacher? Miss Morello from Everybody Hates Chris? And your teachers wanted to say,
This is for the visual learners.
bullshit. They just wanted to see what they could get away with.
Yeah, that's not for the visual learners, dude. That's just for that's for him. That's for his visuals because he wants to see what he can get away with. That's for his visuals, you know, and that's for no one else.
The person also sent a picture of the slave questions that were on the math test. Lot 1, 2 Philip slaves, 1 man, 1 woman, aged 18 and 23, respectively. The woman is pregnant. Lot 2, like, why?
You need to report that school. You need to report those teachers because I'd be damned to have Miss Morello as my teacher.
Yeah, like that doesn't sound like something that would be in the part of a curriculum of any public school, right? This gotta be a private school or something. I guess it was an all-girls school, so that makes, I think those are private, right?
Martin Luther King is screaming in his grave hearing this. All right, this next one is short and sweet. It's titled Homo Sh**. Me and my friend accidentally kissed, walking towards each other, looking at each other straight in the eye.
Yeah, I bet you also accidentally kissed with tongue.
We both real men. We don't talk about that. I ain't gay. I recommend you and your friend to explore each other's bodies. Next one is titled Goofy Eye Confession. Once me and my few friends bullied this girl to the point she had to get a therapist and try to blank herself. And I felt bad and told my parents about it and found out she was my cousin. And her side of her family tried to jump me and my friends and put one of my friends in the hospital and my friend's family sued them, so like 2 of them in prison. Send help, bro.
Holy crap, I heard all that, but I didn't understand any of it. What the freak just happened? I gotta go back here. What that was? I love some family drama.
Next one is titled Goofy Eye Confession. Once me and my few friends bullied this girl to the point she had to get a therapist and try to blank herself.
Oh, okay, I missed that. Okay, and then...
And I felt bad and told my parents about it and found out she was my cousin. And her side of her family tried to jump me and my friends and put one of my friends in the hospital, and my friend's family sued them, so like 2 of them in prison. Send help.
Man, that's crazy family drama. I mean, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. I heard it, the first time I heard it, I must have missed the first part. Like, I don't understand what's going on.
Bro, sounds like you experiencing the consequences of your actions, bro. Sucks to be you. Next, how I got back.
Yeah, maybe don't bully people, you know?
Got my ex. So basically, less than a month ago, I got dumped while getting a haircut. So I thought of ways to get back at her. It was either
You were getting a hair cut off, and she was cutting off you.
jumping her freaking mom and her aunt, or switching her aunt's newborn with a random black baby. So
What?
I made a plan to see when her aunt is in the hospital. I'd switch the babies around while no one was looking.
This is, I think that's illegal.
As I entered the hospital, I asked where her aunt was, and they said down the hall into the C-section area. I went there, and that's where the kids was being held, and I went in there and switched the babies and
There's no way. There's no way.
made a dash out of there. I think I'm going to jail. Also, fuck you and your raggedy ass auntie. Sincerely, the nigga who did that. Honestly, I don't even know if I believe this story.
No, I don't. They're not gonna just let some random guy walk in there. Maybe back in the 1950s they would, but not nowadays.
Or not. They
I just find that so hard to believe.
just let you in the baby section, a random grown man.
I gotta use that as a thumbnail, I think. It's this dude. I'm a Barbie.
And then you switch the babies out? Ain't no way, bro. But this was still funny, and you did a very petty thing if this is real. And I'm rooting for you, brother, to go to jail. Next one. My confession. I hate one of my friends. This bitch is so horrendous, I wish she would get the fuck out of my life.
You can tell it's a woman who's saying this. And you know why? Because although it's stereotypical, there does seem to be some truth that women will act, 'cause I've seen it in real life too. They act a certain way towards each other, whether they don't like each other or not. They'll act friendly. And then when they're not in the same room, they'll friggin' backstab each other. And I don't know why they behave this way, but I've seen it so many times, and it's so stereotypical, and it's very true. You know, you're two-faced about the situation. If you don't like someone, cut them off. Stop hanging out with them.
Whenever I see her, I wish I could shove her into a box and ship her to Switzerland. I swear I have a reason to hate her. She hurts me and other people really badly, and I want her to leave my friend group so bad, but she's literally my best friend's other best friend. So if I try to get rid of one of them, I'd risk getting rid of both of them. Don't know what to do, to be honest.
Maybe just get rid of both of them, you know? Or at least let your other best friend know that your feelings toward her other best friend, and say, you know, I really like you a lot. You're my best friend. We've been friends for X amount of years. But, you know, this other person, I'm not the biggest fan of. They treat me bad, or whatever the actual issue is. And, you know, I only want to hang out with you, preferably when they're not around.
Honestly, your first idea of shoving her into a box and shipping her to Switzerland ain't that bad, but I got a better idea. Give her a gift, an all-expense paid ticket to the Titanic. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Who gonna pass up on that? And then after that, you and your best friend will be the only best friends. You're welcome. Confessions from South Africa. So this is what's happening. I've been dating the same girl for the last 4 years. Everything is nice. There's been a few bumps here and there. Now I'm
You mean like baby bumps?
expecting a baby with
Oh, there's one.
the sneaky link I met 3 months ago. Where to from here? You said South Africa, right? I recommend going to North Africa and, you know, just staying there. Never come back. That's my where to from here. All right, 2 more.
So you're with someone for 4 years, and then all of a sudden you cheated. Now you have a baby with someone that you've only known for 3 months. A little bit awkward. I would say the person that you've been dating for 4 years, are they the one that you're gonna marry? Do you know that they're the one for you? Because if not, maybe just cut off that relationship, because if it's not gonna go anywhere ultimately, then there's no point of it.
Titled Confession. I'm 19 and have been with my boyfriend for 3 years. Yesterday, I found out I was pregnant. The problem is,
Don't tell me she's been cheating on someone else too.
I don't think it's his, because I've been f***ing his dad for the past year. And before you judge,
He's got a big hog.
if you saw his dad, you would understand. I know this is a confession, but do you have any advice?
I don't know what to say here. I mean, it looks like you're gonna get some child support money from the dad, so maybe that's nice. I'm not really sure. I mean, this is an F situation. But the funny thing is that if you were to stay with the dad's son, you know, your boyfriend, that would mean that your boyfriend is gonna help you raise his brother. Or stepbrother, but that's...
Now, I've never gotten pregnant by my boyfriend's dad, so I don't think I'm the best person to ask for advice for this. But in my opinion, I think you should be honest with your boyfriend and hope.
Hey, bub, we've been together for years. How would you like to raise your brother? Do you want to be a dad to your brother?
To God that baby isn't his dad's. You might be ruining all of you guys' relationships, his relationship with his father, his relationship with you, but...
Fucking hell, man. I'm finished.
Next one, and
People weave these insane webs, and I have no sympathy, really, for that kind of crazy crap. Like, you put yourself in this situation by making stupid decisions, now live with the consequences. Right? These are things you could have helped. You had the final decision, which put you into this place. So I can't feel bad for people making these stupid decisions. But it is really funny, though.
Last one. My uncle almost sent a hitman to my grandma. Throughout my mom's childhood, she has been thinking her parents were chill, but nah. I'ma skip a lot of it, but basically they were cheating on each other for like years and years, and it came out like 10 years ago. Once it all came out, they got a divorce and eventually found other people to marry.
Like one of your uncles?
My granddad ended up marrying someone who was almost 20 years younger than my mom. They did end up having a kid literally 3 years after I was born, but literal hell got loose and the big bad stuff happened right after my great-grandma passed. My crazy ass step-grandma divorced my granddad and they signed a prenup. And all of the inheritance money my own mother was owed got given to her, and she is still getting tons of money by my family. We have gone to court because of this bitch, and her psycho ass ended up ruining my grandfather even more. I could go on about this story, but my uncle ended up searching for and found a hitman.
Every time I've heard of someone trying to find a hitman, it normally ends up being like a police officer or something pretending to be one and them getting arrested. Like, I've heard of this stuff going on, but it's like every year you hear something like that, but it's normally a police officer.
Literally was about to transfer the cash, but my mom with her goody two-shoes ass decided it was
not morally right.
Anyways, this bitch has ruined my family. I would be rich if it wasn't for her, and also if it wasn't for my great-grandfather. We had millions in our family, but
They got that old money, huh?
not one of us has seen a cent of it because he had a gambling issue. And to this day, we are all broken sacks of crap, and she lives in a goddamn mansion with her son or my uncle, who I am 3 years older than. Wow, I feel like you
What a crazy freaking story to get your head around. My goodness. I mean, yeah, that's really unfortunate. But ultimately, you are responsible for, your own life and your success. So although it sucks to not get the money from your granddad or whatever, don't let that be the deciding factor on your success in life, right? Ultimately, you have to be the one who pushes yourself into the success lane, whether or not you get a handout from grandma or not. And yeah, it sucks. I understand it sucks, but it is a sucky situation, but you can't do anything about it. Move on. Push yourself forward in the direction that you want to go, and aim to be successful that way. It may take longer than getting a handout from grandma, but it's either that or just sit and complain, and that's going to be the rest of your life.
the only person on earth that can say your life is actually a movie. I feel bad for your family, I really do. And for legal reasons, I have to say I'm joking, but I can understand why your uncle would try to do something like that. And I hope you guys get all of your money back.
I could understand too. I mean, not saying it's good or that you should, but I would understand the emotion behind it and the hatred that you would have for that person. Now, the question is, let's say that you did end up getting someone to do that and this person was taken out. Do all of a sudden you get the money from that? Because if it's now, say, her money, if you guys aren't really related by blood, then it might just go to her family members and not actually go to you anyway.
One way or another. And that's all I'm gonna read. I know I haven't read thousands of more, but this video is already mad long.
Yeah, there are a bunch of these videos, so I might react to some more in the future, because these are actually crazy.
You guys get the gist. A lot of y'all have problems or have friends that have problems. Thank you to anybody and everybody that has sent a confession. I'm genuinely thankful. Don't send any more though. I'm probably never gonna use this email again. But before I wrap this up, I've read some very heartbreaking and sad confessions that you guys have sent me that happened in your lives. And to anybody has gone through bad and trauma-inducing events that happened to you, I just want to let you know that I love you. I know good things will happen to you. I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel for you. And I'm not good at words with this, but you are loved and wanted. Even if you feel like you're not, you are. And kick the ass of whoever did you wrong. And if you can't do it physically, do it emotionally. That might make you feel better. Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, hope you guys liked this video. I think it was wild. It was freaking wild. Some of these confessions are insane, and, you know, as I said, I can't really feel bad if you're the one making these stupid decisions. But if stuff's going on and it's not really, you know, have anything to do with you, but you're still somehow dragged into it, then, you know, I definitely feel for you. But if you're in the situation where you're the one making the stupid decisions to, say, sleep with your boyfriend's dad, and then have the boyfriend's dad's kid, I can't feel bad for you. You're the one making these dumb decisions. Live with your consequences and learn from it. But yeah, I think this is nuts. I think there's a few more of these, so I'll probably do another one of these at some point. Thank you for the recommendation, and without any further ado, I'll see you guys next time.